Hello users, and welcome to another episodic installation of Above It All, the series in which I talk about politics and how much I hate Nancy Pelosi. So Joe Biden is what Nancy Pelosi says. Let's see what she's got to say.
Biden is a concern. How do
This audio is fucking
Democrats
terrible.
square with the idea that they're essentially they're they're standing by Biden, but they're using a comparatively different standard with uh, Kavanaugh when you demanded a investigation on Justice Kavanaugh, when a very similar allegation came out on him. Uh,
I'm gonna try
Well,
something.
Let me just say, I respect your question, and I don't need a lecture or a speech. Here's the thing. I have complete
Does this
respect
work?
for the whole
Oh
Me Too
shit.
movement. I have 4 daughters and one son. And
So I've had complaints about audio levels, and I decided to maybe look up some live production stuff. Turns out I can just do that. So I can raise the clips now if they're really low and really terrible. So I don't know if that's going to sound like shit. I'll find out when I upload this video. But either way, let me backtrack because I really want to talk about the way that she tries to shut the reporter up because I think it's fucking disgusting.
Allegation came out on him.
let me just say, I respect your question, and I don't need a lecture or a speech. Here's the
I don't need a lecture or a speech. You don't need to talk down to me trying to echo that Me Too language while also simultaneously like saying like, oh yeah, Me Too, never mind, doesn't matter.
thing. I have complete respect for the whole Me Too movement. I have 4 daughters and one son. And there's a lot of excitement around the idea that women will be heard and be listened to. There is also due process.
There's a lot of excitement around the idea, acting as if it's like, ooh, we're so excited for the next carnival. Oh, we're so excited to parade. Like, no, we're talking about basic fucking fundamental rights and the ability to have power dynamics not be such that if someone does something to you that you don't like, you have the ability to go to the authorities about it. Like, that's the whole thing. People keep saying, why didn't anything happen in 1993? The world was a different place in 1993. There's a lot of problems that can occur, as we can find out now, when you try to go against someone so powerful such as Joe Biden.
And the fact that Joe Biden is Joe Biden.
Joe Biden is Joe Biden, huh? Speaking of Joe Biden, remember when Joe Biden smelled a little girl's hair and started fondling them and like rubbing them? Isn't that kind of gross? Look at the fact, like, look at that. She's trying to pull away. Like, look at this. This Joe Biden's Joe Biden. This is before any sort of signs of cognitive decline. This is absolutely disgusting. We can look at this as well. Just like, what's going on there? And then she's like, whoa, as you can see, her obvious discomfort. What exactly is Joe Biden doing? Who knows? All we know is that Joe Biden is Joe Biden, right, Nancy? Joe Biden's Joe Biden, right? Let's say it again. Joe Biden is, in fact, Joe Biden. Boys will be boys, right, Nancy Pelosi? Hell yeah. Hashtag me too.
Uh, there's been statements from his campaign, or not his campaign, but his former employees who ran his offices and the rest, that there was never any record of this. There was never any record. And that nobody ever came forward, or nobody ever came forward to say something about it apart from the principal involved. I am so proud. The happiest day for me this week was to support Joe Biden for President of the United States. He's a person of great integrity, a great concern for the American people. He authored the Violence Against Women Act when he was the chair of the Judiciary Committee in the 90s. He has been an advocate for funding it all along since then. And I believe that he will be a great president of the United States. He is the personification of hope and optimism and authenticity for our country, a person of great values. So I want to remove all doubt in anyone's mind. I have a great comfort level with the situation as I see it, with all the respect in the world for any woman who comes forward, with all the highest regard for Joe Biden. And that's what I have to say about that. Thank you. Excuse me.
Thank you.
Jesus. What a fucking pack of demented ghouls. Seriously, just absolutely and utterly disgusting on every level. I just can't believe this shit. We're living in an episode of The Twilight Zone. Seriously, though, like, you have a bunch of neoliberal clowns saying, oh, let's fire Chris Hayes for talking about it. Like, these people are fucking dumb. And this is the fishhook theory, is that the center always breaks for the right and for fascism. What do they want to do when people point this out? Oh, I don't need the lecture. Oh, you don't need to talk to me like that. Joe Biden's Joe Biden. Everything's fine. Now please stop talking. Joe Biden has literally not mentioned it. His campaign has sent memos out or whatever, but he has not mentioned it. You have people like Stacey fucking Abrams going on TV, and I might even do an episode of Above It All on that. I'm not sure. I'm talking about how nothing happened, everything's fine. There's the New York Times totally exonerated him, totally exonerated. Who does that sound like? That sounds like Donald fucking Trump. Yeah, the fucking blue MAGA people make America normal again. Stupid fucking garbage. We live in a fucking hell world. But I mean, at least Joe Biden wouldn't disassemble the pandemic response team, right? Oh, we're all gonna fucking die.